I'm here with a band that's back after a 3-year hiatus, and it's good to have them here. Make some noise for Yellowcard! Thanks for being here.
Yeah, dude, we're stoked to be here. Thanks for having us.
Your album, Ocean Avenue, went huge.
It performed well.
How did you deal with the success of that?
Probably not well, actually. You know, it was crazy, man. It was a crazy time. We were 23, 24 years old, and we moved out to California from Florida at a really young age and just kind of went for it. It was a crazy time, and it was a lot to deal with without a lot of guidance. Mm-hmm. You know, there was just so much happening so fast. We all dealt with it differently, but I think what's important is that we're still here and we survived all of it, you know, the good and the bad, so.
Did you spend a bunch of money?
All of it.
All of it, really?
Yeah.
What'd you spend it on? What was the greatest waste of money that you did?
For me, probably my car. Stupid car. I bought a Mercedes. It was stupid. I was an idiot.
Really?
Yeah, I lived in New York too for a year. And then,
With a car? With a Mercedes?
No. I bought the Mercedes after that. It was whatever.
I rode in it. It was a nice car.
What was the biggest surprise in the music industry for you, do you think?
I feel like a lot of times people sort of decide who you are before you get a chance to figure out who you are when you have success at a young age. And for me, that was the biggest thing I struggled with.
And during that album cycle, was that when you had your vocal surgery?
It was while we were touring on it.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, we went for like 600 days straight.
Yeah.
Really, and so not having time off and not being able to relax and no one really asking us like, hey, are you guys all right? Obviously, we weren't all right, so.
So what happened to your voice?
It was, I had nodules, and, you know, they just go in and they remove them. But, I mean, if you watch any kind of video or anything of that time before the surgery and listen to me talking, I mean, I sound like a grumpy old man. Like, it's just, like, super raspy, and it was crazy. I mean, I don't know how I even ever sang through any of that stuff.
You had to take, what, 6 months without speaking?
It was 6 weeks.
6 weeks.
But it was weird. It's weird.
Not talking at all.
You know what people do is you go, you know, you're at the pharmacy to pick up like pain medication or whatever it was, and you have to type on your phone or write down like, this is my thing, and they talk really loud and really slow like you're deaf, and you're like, I'm not deaf, I just can't talk, you know. But it's funny how everyone did that.
What made you guys decide to take a break after Paper Walls?
The record came out in July. By December, there was a lot of issues at the record company, some types of huge corporate mergers that were completely out of our hands, and the record was just dead in the water, you know. And I think we were all just emotionally exhausted at that point. Like, we had gone through a lot to get there, and it was like nothing else was going to happen. And we would have had to go right back in the studio, and I don't think anybody was feeling like we would have been in the creative place we wanted to be. So we thought, let's take, you know, some time away from it for a little while. So
it was just a choice to, like, step back for a minute and take a break?
Yeah. Just, you know, go home, be with our families, do, you know.
You guys didn't get in an acrimonious breakup where you didn't speak to each other for 5 years?
What is that like?
Because I've done that.
I was going to say, maybe. No.
Any words of wisdom?
No, it wasn't that bad. I mean, we definitely weren't talking on the phone every day, you know.
Right.
But you know, we all kind of did our own thing. I was at one point had to just have a regular job to continue.
I heard that you were chopping wood. Is that right?
I was working for my uncle in North Georgia. I live in Athens, Georgia, so I was cutting down trees with him. It was pretty crazy. And then I was doing audio in Hollywood at a club. But LP actually had the coolest job, I think. Of
What'd you do?
I played for Adam Lambert for the past year.
Cool. How was that?
It was cool, and he's a cool dude.
Awesome. Yeah. And Sean, you sold cars?
I did. I sold some cars. I had a friend of mine as a musician, and he threw me a bone, was like, hey, why don't you come and do this? And I got married at the same time, so it was, you know, just, I think we'd worked, again, really, really hard. It was nice to go back on some of the things we sacrificed, like family and friends and things like that.
So try and sell me a car. So what can you tell me about this Lexus?
How much money do you have?
A lot.
He has a lot of money.
A lot.
We should spend some of that money.
I have a series of offbeat questions that I'd like to ask you guys now.
Okay.
What's the worst nickname someone's given you?
You ever had one?
Yeah, violin bitch.
Violin bitch.
I moved around a lot.
There you go.
Which part of that bothers you more, the violin part or the bitch part?
Well, I'm good with the violin part now, I think.
What's been your most embarrassing onstage moment?
Ooh.
One time in Chicago at the Fireside Bowl. I almost pooped my pants on stage.
On a dare?
Don't forget. No. Hey, remember you asked the kids to clear.
Yeah. At
like,
the end of the show,
so
it was bad enough to where I actually had to say, like, you're gonna need to get out of the way. Like the crowd needs to move so I can
really?
beeline.
I mean, it was like the last note
that
hit.
scene-
The guitar was.
So you were like
down,
the
he
fecal
was-
Moses parting the Red Sea.
Yes. It was a rough night. But, I'm an open book. I almost pooped
There
my
you
pants.
Well, with that, thank you guys very much. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Yellowcard, everybody!
Thank you very much.